20 years ago today, a series began that changed my life. Well, not exactly my life, but you know what I mean. It helped me a lot, and if it weren't for this series, I probably wouldn't be who I am today. And I probably wouldn't actually be talking on camera, on video, or whatever, if it weren't for this series. Happy 20th anniversary to the Ace Attorney series. Or should I say, the Ace anniversary. I'm so sorry. What's up, dudes? It is Foxy Fan 13 here, and welcome back to another episode of Foxy Talks. Now, this was totally unplanned, but I figured I should do a Foxy Talks episode on this day, because today is a very important day in video game history. And what today is the 20th anniversary of the Ace Attorney series. Now, for those of you who don't know what Ace Attorney is, it's the meme where the memes come from. It's pretty much a game where you investigate crime scenes and defend your client as a lawyer in a court of law. Yeah, I know it doesn't sound too fun, but trust me, it is. It is so fun. And the characters and the storylines of this series are just unbelievably good, and I've enjoyed a lot of the games in the series. Watching people play them, seeing what creative voices they can give the characters. I cannot wait to do that myself, because I am announcing that I'm planning to do the full Ace Attorney series on my channel in the near future. I've already got most of the games. I've got the HD Trilogy and the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and I've got both Investigations games, Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies, and Spirit of Justice on my DS and 3DS emulators. Although I gotta get the mobile ports of Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice for the DLC cases, which do not work on the emulators, unfortunately. So yeah, I am very excited to do that. But enough about that. I should tell you guys a little bit of a story, because why Ace Attorney means a lot to me, and also some of my favorite parts about the games. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So my journey with Ace Attorney, of course, began with the resurgence of the whole objection meme. I've seen a lot of videos on it, and I was always wondering what the heck it came from, and I heard that it was from an anime called Phoenix Wright. Now, at the time, I didn't know it was a video game, but this resurfaced more when I played through the Henry Stickmin games, because in the Escaping the Prison game, one of the endings ends in an Ace Attorney inspired courtroom where one of the with a stick figure character representing Phoenix Wright, although his name was changed in the Henry Stickmin collection to Felix White. So yeah. So the Henry Stickmin games also had a pretty big impact on my journey. But then came the year 2020. And now this was before the pandemic started. At the beginning of the year, I know a couple of you guys know this, but I don't think I really addressed this on YouTube, although I did talk about this earlier on. But yeah, so at the beginning of 2020, a lot of you might know that my grandma passed away. Yeah, and it was a pretty big loss for my family, especially my grandpa. We actually did a lot of stuff together, and as a result, I wanted to hang out with my grandpa a bit more. And I was just thinking about stuff that I wanted to do. But then I realized later on, however, that all changed, because I was just browsing some games we could play together. I wanted to show him some of the video games I like to play, like Minecraft. He didn't really like Minecraft all that much. He enjoys watching me play it, but I don't usually. He never got really into it. I wanted to teach him about the game, but it didn't work out. So I just came across some videos in my recommendations of Jay from the Cubs Scouts. I was playing the Phoenix Wright Trilogy on Steam, and it's pretty much the first 3 Phoenix Wright games, which are Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Justice for All, and Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations, all in one game. And I decided to buy the game to try it out. And honestly, after playing the first couple chapters of the games, I enjoyed every minute of it. I enjoyed all the characters, like Phoenix, of course, you cannot help but love the guy. And of course, Maya, she's always cheerful and energetic, and she's a nerd, and she's awesome. And of course, my favorite character, Edgeworth. I love Edgeworth. He's my boy. He is my boy. And of course, later on, as we progress through the games, of course, Detective Gumshoe, he's my grandpa's favorite, I think. And also, of course, as we got into later games, I enjoyed looking, of course, you can't forget good old sweet Pearl, well, Pearl Faye, a cousin to Maya Faye, and then, of course, we got the Whip Lady herself, Franziska von Karma, and later on in Trials and Tribulations, Godo. The first 3 games were, like, legit good, especially Trials and Tribulations. It's my favorite of the trilogy, most likely. And later on, I decided to see if I could try and get the other games. After an unsuccessful attempt at trying to play the Apollo Justice games on mobile, I found copies of the games for emulators, and this includes 3DS. I have a DS and 3DS emulator. I found copies of Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies, and Spirit of Justice. Dual Destinies is actually my personal favorite Ace Attorney game, although that may change once I play Ace Attorney Investigations 2, because according to a lot of people in the Ace Attorney community, it's considered to be one of the best in the series. And holy crap, I swear if it is. I'm actually gonna... Now, I am probably gonna try... I've been trying my best to avoid spoilers for the games I have not played yet. And I'm gonna be saying 100% spoiler-free for Investigations 2, because I want to be surprised when I play it. When we get to that game in my Ace Attorney playthroughs, you're gonna love... all my reactions are gonna be totally blind. I've only seen, like, clips of the game, and that's it. I've been trying my best to avoid major story spoilers. And then, of course, first we got, and then later on, earlier this year, back in July, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles came out, and I am in the middle of playing the first game right now, but I don't really remember all that much, because I've only been playing it with my grandpa exclusively. So, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is seriously one of the best games I've played this year so far, and I am enjoying it. I cannot wait to do a playthrough of it here on YouTube. But yeah, moving on to the next part, and then I cannot believe how good the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is. It is legit amazing. We've got Sherlock, Ryunosuke, Ace Sasato, Iris, you name it, Kazuma. All the characters in this game are just fire. I love them. Love them all. Oh, and of course, Sherlock ties in with Edgeworth as one of my favorite characters. So Edgeworth is my all-time favorite. Sherlock's a close second. Because I love his energy. He's so funny. And yes, I know his name is different, but I still call him Sherlock because reasons. But anyways, ever since I started playing Ace Attorney, I have been getting into voice acting, and honestly, after wrapping up the HD Trilogy, that gave me more motivation to just see what it was like to talk to people, because prior to November of 2020, I was completely silent, and I tried talking with my friends on VR chat for the Ferality 2000 convention, and I had a blast. I thought I wasn't going to regret that decision, and that helped my motivation go up for that. And I want to get into voice acting at some point as well. I've been trying my best to make myself into character whenever I'm playing as my OC in Courtroom of Madness. Oh yeah, speaking of Courtroom of Madness, as you know, Ace Attorney is inspired by... The Courtroom of Madness has had an Ace Attorney inspired format ever since episode 3 came out. And I am debating on doing... And I am going to be it's going to be like that for the remainder of the series. It's never going to change, most likely. But now, here comes the best part. The community for Ace Attorney is honestly one of the best I've seen, ever. It's so... unbelievable that that even though there hasn't been a major up until the release of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles for 5 years almost, there's never been an Ace Attorney release since Spirit of Justice, unless you count the Great Ace Attorney 2, which was released in 2017, but only in Japan. The Great Ace Attorney 1 was released in 2015 in Japan only. Yeah, and I thought those games were never going to get localized, seriously. But then came the surprise of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And I waited my butt off. I pre-ordered the game. I made sure to pre-order the game. And I have no regrets. It was the best idea of my life. Legit. No, I'm probably just over-exaggerating. So, now comes the most important part. Now back to the community. I think that a lot of the community has done for Ace Attorney is just unreal. Like the fan translations of the Great Ace Attorney 1 and 2 and Ace Attorney Investigations 2. I just really cannot thank the community enough for being so dedicated, even after there wasn't a North American release of Ace Attorney since 2016 after the release of Spirit of Justice. And I really am proud that there are so many people who have cosplayed as characters. Here's my buddy Angus McTavish, photo editing Foxy, please. He cosplayed. He did a cosplay of Detective Gumshoe, and I think it's really good. Really good. Angus, if you're watching this, that was a good cosplay. That was a good cosplay, pal. So, yeah. And then, of course, we cannot forget about all the artists in this community. I've seen so many good art pieces that people have made of characters like Phoenix, Ryunosuke, Edgeworth, Franziska. The list goes on. I just love how amazing the Ace Attorney community is. The only thing I don't like is that people like to ship Phoenix and Edgeworth, and I respect Edgeworth because he hasn't really he's always expressed the fact that he doesn't want to be in a romantic relationship. Edgeworth's my boy, so I respect him. And I just think that I just don't like shipping characters, okay? It's not my thing. I just like to just look at the characters from as they are in the game, and that's it. I do not like fan fictions all that much for like some of the characters. It's just crazy how much effort people put into these games, and I just want to respect the boundaries. I don't like predicting like what's going to happen next unless there's a new game announced. We're waiting for that Ace Attorney 7, and I want to see Gumshoe and Franziska make a return, legit. Or maybe, and heck, Capcom, make more cases where we play as Athena Sykes. I want to see more cases where he plays her. We've only played 2 cases, and one of them is only a full-on investigation, with a full-on investigation and trial system. The one in Spirit of Justice was not that good, from what I've heard. But I haven't gotten to that case yet, so I'm still so no spoilers, please. And yeah, as a reminder, no spoilers in the comments at all, please, for the love of everything. So yeah, moving on. And now to wrap this up. For the past 20 years, I have been nothing. From what I've seen for the games of the past 20 plus years of Ace Attorney. Yeah. Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, yeah. Dual Destinies, Spirit of Justice, Investigations 1 and 2, Great Ace Attorney 1 and 2, and of course, the ever-popular Professor Layton crossover. I know nothing about that game, and I don't have it yet, because I have not been able to find one for an emulator. I'm going to have to get a 3DS. And that's the plan. As soon as I can get my hands on a 3DS, I don't care if I need to get a used one, I'm going to do everything in my power to play that game. That's going to be the last one, most likely. I was going to play the games in the order they released, but I decided, nah, we're just going to do the ones that I already have, and then we're going to save the best for last. And of course, if Investigations 2 does get localized, it's been 10 years since the game released, and they haven't localized it yet. If it ends up getting localized, I'll still do a playthrough of both the I'm probably going to still do a fan translation playthrough. And of course, we're going to check out the localization if it ever does happen. And then of course, Ace Attorney 7, if that does come out, we're going to play that too. I cannot wait to play these games for you guys. As I know, I want to get back into gaming videos and not just like collabs with friends like in Among Us or Minecraft, that stuff. I want to do that. But yeah, every single character in the series I love, except for a couple. From what I've seen, you got Phoenix, of course, my boy Edgeworth, Franziska, Godo, Clavier Gavin, Blackwell, Nayuta Sanmati from Spirit of Justice, and of course my favorite judge, the one that appears almost all the time. He's awesome. Gumshoe, Emma Sky, Detective Fulbright from Dual Destinies, and of course the characters from the Great Ace Attorney: Beric Van Zeeks, Ryunosuke, Susato, Sherlock, Iris, Kazuma. The list goes on. I connect to a lot of these characters every day, especially Edgeworth. Edgeworth is so intelligent and smart, and that's why I like him. He is so awesome. And of course, I cannot thank the entirety of the Ace Attorney community, because I've seen a lot of people make compilations of various YouTubers who play Ace Attorney, and heck, I have discovered like 2 or 3 extremely underrated YouTubers who have done pretty much the entirety of the series on their channels. And of course, I just enjoy watching people play the game, see what voices they can come up with for the characters. And honestly, the Ace Attorney trilogy helped me get through the heck that was the year 2020. The heck that was. Yeah, I'm not saying that other word for reasons. And yeah, it helped me get through. And my grandpa enjoys these games so much, and I enjoy them as well. I enjoy playing these games, and I really cannot wait to see what the future holds in the next 20 years to come in the Ace Attorney series. Honestly, you guys, if you haven't tried out Ace Attorney, I suggest starting your journey with the HD trilogy. Just grab some popcorn, get your voice acting ready, get your lawyer mind ready, prove contradictions, all that stuff, and shout OBJECTION as loud as you can, because this game series is a masterpiece. 100%. 20 years, it's been 20 years of Ace Attorney, and here's to another 20. I cannot say anything more. Oh yeah, and just as another side note, yes, the Ace Attorney full playthrough series will be coming eventually. I don't know when, but just stay tuned, subscribe if you need to, and yeah. Go Ace Attorney. And honestly, there's no objection to it that this series will go down as one of the best video game franchises in history. In video game history, honestly. This is my all-time favorite game series, probably. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, why not consider giving it a thumbs up? And if this happens to be the first video you've seen by me, why not consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you'll never miss an upload. With that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in another video. Have fun, stay handsome, peace out.